Hello, welcome to Scrub Time. My name's Christine, and this video is part of the Inky background series, and we are going to be using Dina Wakley's Scribble Sticks. So I'll use this set. What I like to do, I'll just show you, they come like this, where they're all nicely in their container. So what I like to do is flip it over, and then it's easier to grab at them. So the first technique I'm going to show you is how you can use them on a project and wet them. I've done a few different combinations with greens and blues and pinks and oranges and then purples and blues and pinks. And so they blend nicely and they wash out, and you can use them because it's a stick. Again, you can use it. You can apply the pigment where you want to. So if you just want a little here or a little there, you have the control to do it. So I will show you how they work. I'm using a watercolor paper. It's just my medium of choice. What colorways? Maybe I'll do more greens and blues, try to mix it up. So when I do it, I like to use the side of the crayon to apply my color. And I'm only doing sort of part of this just to start leaving some white space. For later on, we'll be showing, different ways you can finish things. You don't always have to color in the whole section. And I like to have some places where it's just the color and some places where I overlap the color. So this first one was called Evergreen. That was Olive. This one is Ocean. I'm not 100% sure that I've put them back in the right boxes. So whether these all come together or not, I'm not 100% sure. And this one is Peacock. If you stay in the same sort of color families, you don't have to worry about your colors sort of mixing together when you apply your paint. So I'm going to spritz some water down, have my brush, and then sort of paint over it. So when I paint over it, I'm sort of blending the colors. I'm hoping some of them will stay their color, but then they blend with the other color and forming. So you can see how they really blend out nicely. We're not getting too much of the texture from the paper. You get a nice smooth blend. And then you can carry on the color out and sort of fade it out as you go. So that way it doesn't just abruptly end, you can just sort of fade out to nothing. So the colors are really pretty and they're really easy to use. Sort of like that. Now because it is sort of that scribble stick crayon, you can also use it for mark making. So here I use the green one and put little dots. This is over, I think, oxides. I think they're both oxides. And I can start adding little marks and textures to my projects with them. So I will show you that. I have this one, it's also an oxide. And maybe I'll use, what color? I just want to use this set, maybe fuchsia. Let's see. So you can see I can get, depending how pointy your crayon is, I can make little marks. And this just starts adding some texture and detail and how we're going to build up our background. And then even here I can just do like lines. And because they are water soluble, I could always add in a bit of color. Say if up here in the corner I wanted a bit more color, I can color on some color, sort of pink on pink, but I think it's a little darker than what's there. And then so you can mix your medias, hence mixed media. So I had this oxide background, but I can come in, I can color out those lines I just made, but I can come in and add another medium on top, and now it's bringing out that pink. And so that was the other thing, I colored out my lines. If you do a marking and you're like, ooh, I don't like that marking, just add some water and you can paint it out, and just it turns into color, not a marking. And by adding that darker pink, I'm now starting to get a little bit more interest into my background. So the whole thing of having all these different medias is try and play with them together and layer them and see what you can create. And maybe some things will be a hit, you'll love it. Other things you'll be like, ooh, that didn't turn out so well. And put it on the pile of, hold on to it. Anything you don't like, hold on to it, because pretty soon I'm going to show you how all the pieces you don't like, we can turn them around and you'll love them again. So this is Dina Wakley Scribble Sticks, and you can use it wet as like into a paint, or you can just use them to scribble with. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrap Time videos on YouTube. And for more Inky backgrounds, be sure to check out the Inky background playlist.